I think you can pull forward on the mic.
Just come forward. Just come forward, Howard.
Good evening, gentlemen. My concern really this afternoon was to come before the council and report some good things about the newly formed President Awareness Committee. But I'd also want to address this to Mr. Durel and his administration. You know, unfortunately, I really don't feel that the committee is serving the purpose that was envisioned at first. In other words, with some of the guidelines and restrictions, you know, that we have to follow. I wanted to bring to your attention that we're meeting only 1 hour a month, and that's it. We have a lot of, and since November, we've been concerned about transportation. Sure, we have put a halt on this recertification process with Mr. Trammell willing to come back with his department and have another recertification process, but again, from another legal advisor, not Mr. Ollinger. I want to just certify that it's not Mr. Ollinger that said this, but that person was ready to go forward with this new recertification plan, and I found a new document that's going to totally change that the plan of, you know, what was supposed to be maybe coming from the transportation department. So I just want to make Mr. Durel understand that we want equal representation in this Lafayette consolidated government, and nobody would know better than Mr. Williams that we have a lot of other issues besides just transportation, and to sit down for only 1 hour in the whole month, I don't think we can cover all of our issues. So, and I think I've asked this before. Are we going to continue misleading the federal government and say everything is okay as far as the disabled citizen just to get that federal fund from the federal government? And I would like Mr. Durel to respond on that as far as what, you know, how he sees this committee coming along.
Well, as I understand it, and somebody can correct me, but I think every committee just about that I've ever served on meets for an hour every month. You know, so you could talk to whoever's, you know, involved with that if you want to try to make it last an hour and a half or so. But, you know, everybody that, you know, when I've been on committee meetings, it's basically volunteers like yourselves that have only a certain amount of time. They usually meet for an hour and then go about their business. But and if we got to deceive the federal government to get the money, that's okay with me.
The committee is a well put together committee, in other words, but you do have some highly qualified professionals on that committee. And I've been trying to contact them for the past 2 or 3 weeks, and I haven't been able to get in touch with anybody, you know, on that committee, besides one individual and the 2 representatives from the local administration. Now, I have been able to get in touch with them, but as far as the committee members, I don't hear anything from them. And there's a lot of other disabled citizens that's calling me. I don't know why they're calling me, but they still are having problem with contacting this newly formed commission. So that again, Mr. Durel, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you guys are taking serious. These are mandated laws by the federal government, the Federal Transportation Department, and other federal departments. In other words, so you know, we want to receive our proper representation as so the other citizens of this community want to receive, you know, representation.
Well, how long has the committee been formed now?
Since November, and we've been talking transportation since November.
Well, I mean, it's, you know, we started.
Oh, by the way, I do want to say, Mr. Trammell went on Prospect 2, I think, and he was out there to inform the community that we're going to start working on another handicap parking project. Handicap parking is going to be strictly enforced, but you have to understand, Mr. Durel, transportation, the problem with transportation had not been solved, you know, and here we're going to venture into something else. So.
Okay. All right, Mr. Williams.
Will you finish, Mr. Ostener?
Yeah, sure.
Tell me what you believe the deficits to be specific, not in long, drawn-out sentences, but...
if we got to deceive the federal government to get the money, that's okay with me. If we got to deceive the federal government to get the money, that's okay with me. If we got to deceive the federal government to get the money, that's okay with me. If we got to deceive the federal government to get the money, that's okay with me.